Dear students, good afternoon and welcome to one more session. Today in this session I am going to explain you about the most important and at the same time interesting concept. So without any late, let us see what is the title of the concept. The title of the concept is Types of Communication. This concept is such an important concept that without this question there will be no MBA question paper at all. Now you can understand how important it is. Coming to the classification or the types of communication, there are a wide variety of communication types. But as per the requirement, here I am just discussing the most important among all the wide variety of communication types. Coming to the criteria of base, first, based on the method, the communication is divided into two types. What are those two? Direct communication and indirect communication. So next, the criteria is relationship. Based on the relationship between the people who are communicating, the communication is divided into two types: formal communication and informal communication. Next, based on the sense. Sense means the sense organs that you are using. This is also divided into two types: verbal communication and visual communication. The last one is based on the number of people interacting. It is also divided into two types, that is interpersonal and intrapersonal. So totally how many types of communication are there? 8 types of communication are there. Now let me explain you all the 8 types one by one very clearly. The first one is direct communication, second one is indirect communication. Here direct communication means there will be the communication face to face at the same place. Suppose A is a person, B is another person. They both are meeting at Macharla and there will be no mediator at all, no media like phone calls, no letters, no text, no WhatsApp. Directly A is speaking to B, B is speaking to A by sitting face to face. This is called to be direct communication. Coming to the second type, this is indirect communication. Direct communication and indirect communication both are completely opposite to one another. Here there is no face-to-face communication. Suppose A stays at Hyderabad and B stays at Macharla. Now they are going to communicate indirectly. They are not meeting face-to-face by using the mediator or media. Mediator in the sense third person like C. He will be giving information in between A and B. If not media like phone calls, internet, letters, etc. Now coming to the third, formal and informal. The name itself, it states that the relationship is formal. That means when you are speaking with your higher authority, officials, there will be rules and regulations, and at the same time you should take the permission before meeting them. Like suppose appointments and permission. If you would like to speak to your principal, sir, will you directly go? No, you are going to write a letter or take the appointment permission. Then you are going to be speaking with your principal. And also, if a patient would like to visit a doctor, can he directly visit the doctor without any permission or appointment? No, he will be taking the appointment and then is going to be meeting the doctor. So that's why it is called to be formal communication. That means there are formalities. Fourth one, it is completely opposite to the third one, informal communication. When you are communicating with your family members, friends, relatives, colleagues, subordinates, neighbors, etc., there are no rules and regulation. You need not to take any permission, need not to have any formalities. Just you can directly speak to them and you can move on so free. And coming to the fifth type, it is nothing but the verbal communication and non-verbal communication. What is verbal communication? Verbal in the sense here you are going to speak. You are going to speak in the sense another party is going to listen. Example, classroom speeches, lectures, online classes, debates, seminars. Now I am teaching you, you are listening. So this is a verbal communication. Non-verbal communication. What is non-verbal communication? Here you are not going to speak, just you are going to show something like a written script, boardings, hoardings, banners, leaflets, leaflet in the sense pamphlet and letter, and also invitation cards of marriage, function, etc. There people are not speaking, they are writing something and they are giving the same message. And one more example, if you have taken, when you are traveling, you might have observed the traffic rules. Suppose the traffic lights, red color light, yellow color light and green color light, these are the rules that which are going to be intimated. And next, coming to the last category, it is nothing but interpersonal and intrapersonal. Interpersonal means only one person is going to be communicating, he himself, she herself, me myself and you yourself. There is no second person. I will be speaking myself, you will be speaking yourself, he will be speaking himself, she will be speaking herself. Here only one person interacting, he himself. Whereas intrapersonal means more than one person. If one person is going to be speaking to another person, one person speaking to many persons, group discussions, community, and these are all the intrapersonal communications. So if you have seen, there are totally how many types of communication? 8 types of communications. Direct communication, indirect communication, formal communication, informal communication, verbal communication, visual communication, interpersonal communication and intrapersonal communication. I hope this concept is useful and understandable. Thanks for spending your valuable time.